Hey everybody, this short just clip I'm going to show up. Uh, Digital Imaging has released their what they call the burn map of the Santa Rosa area. It just came out yesterday, and although some sections of it were released before the mobile home park that burned, this is really the first time that they've released the whole Santa Rosa plain here, and you're looking down at the map now, and it's going to go from green to red, the vegetation. I don't know why they have done that, but we're going to zero in and try to show you the path of where the fire came down, because it's really going to be instructive. And actually, these are high hills that we're looking at above Santa Rosa now, and a lot of the damage that was done really started up here, and they think now maybe a Pacific Gas and Electric power line was actually the beginning source of it. But it starts very high up here in the hills. There's a lot of devastation that occurred up here before it even reached Fountain Grove. A lot of these homes were taken out here above Mark West Springs Road. We're climbing higher in altitude, and of course, this is the desirable homes. These are the areas that people want to live. And this satellite's going to allow us to follow the burn path across. But I wanted to just show you, this is actually coming across from Napa County, high above. We're looking down here, and the fire actually raced across from Napa County and came over the hills into Sonoma County, and it really hit this area first. And a lot of these homes got taken out on Mark West Springs Road over here. We're talking about hundreds of homes up here before it even made it down to the Fountain Grove area that I came down into. And I'm going to get that on the And here's the Fountain Grove where it came in down here, and this is where the upper part of Fountain Grove, and all this up here. You know, some people commented on the channel that it only looked like not many houses got taken out. I mean, following the path of this fire, it just intensifies as it moves south. It's picking up more and more width and encompassing more and more land area. And obviously this is all, you can see just the char of the homes that are left. And I wouldn't even begin to be able to count the numbers. I think we're over 3,000 houses. And then it finally made its way down to the density part of Fountain Grove here along this area. And that's where the upper part, where the country club is and everything in there. Remember, these, just because you're wealthy and successful doesn't mean you're a bad person. A lot of these people were tremendous benefactors of the community. Charles Schultz of Peanuts cartoon fame lost his home. His wife, Jeannie, had to flee. His widow had to flee at 2 a.m. in the morning. And this just gives you an idea of this is what makes this such an epic event, and why we have National Guard here. And all these places you're looking at are just full of homes that have just burned. Just there's nothing left but just piles of ashes. And I didn't even get up this high on the parkway up here when I was walking up. This is about as high as I got into this area up here. And these were all taken out. Just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes, and all to the east here. This is the first time for many of you will really get an idea of the epic scale of what's occurred here. On Fountain Grove Parkway is a big horseshoe that just runs up the hill and then comes down again with all the spur roads that come off of it. It's luckily this senior housing area. I think they committed a lot of, it had some open land around here, so that kind of survived. The Paradise Ridge Winery burned down. I'm not quite sure what this might have been the winery over here burned down. Paradise Ridge, and then the fire was still making its way down the hill here, flamed on, picked up down here to the lower part of Altura Drive, and this is where it came down and it hit the, let's see here, yeah, this is the Hilton here, and this was all taken out. All this area. This is some corporate offices here, and of course they're well built for Kaiser and things, so they were able to stand. But the hotel, you're looking down on the Hilton Wine Country Hotel, was destroyed. The round barn, the beautiful big red round barn that I've shown pictures of, and of course the Fountain Grove Inn here, down on the corner of Fountain Grove and Mendocino, which is really the main street for Santa Rosa. It leaped across the street here, and this is, of course, tragically, the Journey's End mobile home park that I went into with Jen on the second day, and that just, there's already one dead body's been removed, and they've brought in 10 special dogs from Arizona that are cadaver sniffing dogs, because there's still a couple hundred people missing and unaccounted for. And this thing was racing through so fast, and this is a senior community here. And this is where it leaped across the highway, and it hit this. This is called the, this little corner is called the Coddingtown Mobile Home Park here on Piner, and I actually stood on this corner and did my videos on Monday morning, was one of the places, and I came up to this on-ramp and videoed. I didn't quite know what I was seeing at the time, but I was seeing the Journey's End on fire, and also the Hilton up on the hill. But that morning, the Kmart further north here went up, caught fire. But when it came into this Piner Road with this Coddingtown Mobile Home Park, it took out our gun dealer down here, and then after unbelievably leaping this highway and coming across Highway 101, it hit the Coddingtown Mobile Home Park, and this is where it really started to, the winds hit it, and all of a sudden the flames and ash started going up here into Coffey Park. All these industrial areas were fine. These buildings are all very solidly constructed, not a lot of vegetation, no grasses around or anything to catch fire. And this is where it caught some fuel again. And this was really the Coffey Park neighborhood here, and you can see the devastation and burn, and it finally ran out over at the over next to the railroad tracks over here. So this is all just block after block, as you can see from the air. I mean, we're talking about the 500 homes in this particular area. So it was this is why the event is so noteworthy in terms of its catastrophic effect, because it's very rare to have a wildfire get loose in a major urbanized city. But now we know what can happen. So I want to thank you for watching this, and just thought you'd be interested in seeing. Thank you, everyone.